guys, it's Tyron2, and in this video I will be showing you every single one of my PLL algorithms. The algorithms will be on screen with iMovie text, but ignore that. And if you want to see my OLL algorithms, just leave a comment down below. If I get like one comment at all saying you want OLL algorithms, I will do that. So thanks for watching, and hope you guys can use this video to learn PLL, and good luck in your future cubing endeavors. The first PLL is the AA Perm. You can recognize by the fact that it is a 3-corner cycle, seeing as all the edges are solved and this corner solved. And there's this big block, and this one needs to go diagonally to here. You can recognize this one. You can recognize this one's AUF by this block will stay in the same place. So the alphabet is D2 with pinky ring, D2 with pinky ring again, and just like a B perm. And you can recognize exactly the same, except for this corner goes diagonally to here instead of this one going back. And this block will stay in the same place for AUF. And the alphabet is the inverse, D2, D2. This next solve is the F perm, and you can recognize by this big block and the fact that there are no other blocks on the cube. And this big block will stay in the same place for the AUF. The alphabet goes like this. The GB perm, you can recognize by headlights and this block. For AUF, the headlights will stay in the same place, and there are no other blocks around the cube. So my alg for this goes, start with a D prime push and a regrip at the beginning, up, U, drag U, this is the GB perm. It has the headlights and this one block and no other blocks, but the block is back here this time, and the alphabet is just the inverse of the other one, except for it starts with a D move like this, and then like that. The GC perm, and it is the mirror of the GA perm, and you can either use the same alg for the GA perm but do a lefty, or do the same alg from the back, which is what I do. So executions like this. There is that big regrip, but it's the best way I could figure out the execution on that last one, but it's fine. This is the GD perm. It's just the mirror of the GB perm, recognized the same way, and it's the same alg from the back, or the front, I guess. I don't know, but let me try that again. The JA perm, you can recognize by this large block and these two smaller blocks. You can recognize this is the JA because when you hold this block on the left, then there's a solved edge in front, and you recognize AUF by this block will stay in the same place. This is the alg. Rotate down. This is the JB perm. You can recognize exactly the same way, except for that this solved edge is in the back. And the alg for this one. And the AUF is slightly different. This block will actually stay in the same place and not this big block. And the alg for this goes. This is the RA perm. And recognition is that there's headlights and one edge connected to the headlights, but not on the back. And this edge is solved when you align the headlights. And we can do this case like this. And AUF recognition is this corner will stay in the same place. So it'll be U prime AUF because this corner will stay here, and then you need to move it here. So out for this goes. then this corner stayed in the same place, so U prime. For this is the RB perm. Recognition is the same, but the soft edge is back here, and this corner, this back corner, will stay in the same place. So the alg for this goes like this. And this corner stays in the same place, so UAUF. This next case is the T perm, and you have, it's kind of like the R perm except for there's a soft edge connected to both of the headlights, and AUF recognition is the headlights will stay in the same place. So this alg goes like this. I know that's a pretty weird execution, but that is the way I execute it. Next is the E perm. You can recognize this by the fact that all the edges are solved, and when you hold it, when you just look at these three, you only see 3 total colors. So 1, 2, 3. No, 1, 2. This is the same color, and 3. And you hold it so that these 2 colors match, and not these 2 colors match. You'll get used to it. But it's so that these 2 and these 2 swap. You're gonna rotate up like this. In AUF, all the edges stay in the same place. The NA perm, and the algorithm for this goes, and you can recognize by the fact that there's just all blocks, and if you follow the way that the blocks are pointing, I guess, it kind of goes in like a counterclockwise pattern. And the algorithm is R, U, R prime, U, JB perm, U2, R, U prime, R prime. The NB perm recognition is exactly the same. And I should have said AUF in the previous one, but I don't care. This edge will stay in the same place for AUF on both of them. So for this one, it's the clockwise version. The algorithm for it goes the V perm, and it has this A perm block, but it is a diagonal corner swap. The A perm block will stay in the same place, just like the A perm, and my alg for it is pretty bad, but I'm fast at it, so I don't really care. This is the alg. Actually do push here and here at the same time. Y perm, you can recognize by the fact that there are big blocks here, but nothing but a non-solved piece here, and AUF is these blocks will stay in the same place. Alg goes H perm, and there's headlights on every side, and all the edges are their opposite colors, and you can do the alg. It goes like this. This is the UA perm, and all the corners are solved, and there's a block in the back right. You can recognize by this edge going across, and hold the solved edge in the back. The alg for this goes B perm, and it is recognized exactly the same way, except for this edge goes across. And the alg is basically the inverse, but instead of an R prime, we're going to do an R3. So this is the alg. So our alg. The Z perm, you can recognize by headlights on every side, and these two need to swap. The AUF will be a U2 away from where you started, and the front and the left will swap, and the back and the right will swap. This is the alg. There we go. Thanks for watching.